Hi, Shalom. Giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rachawadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. And as always, peace, blessings, and salutations unto the four elect tabernacle of David scattered abroad across the four corners of the earth. Now, I just want to share some real quick. And I'm going to try to be careful because, this was just put out. And, if I try to play the audio, if I play this song, it could be copywritten. They'll probably take it down. So I got the lyrics pulled up. Now, yesterday I was in the gym working out, and of course I have my earphones in, and I usually will listen. If I'm not listening to videos or nothing like that, I'll probably just throw on a playlist, on some music, go up on Spotify. And I saw that Redman had put out his Muddy Waters 2 album. Is a sequel to his first album, which was Muddy Waters. Came out in the early 90s. I was very young when that came out. And we know rappers like Redman. He raps about a bunch of folly, but he does it in a lyrical fashion. So you listen to it. He can do a little fancy stuff with his wordplay. And it's a lot better than the trash that we got to hear today. I really don't listen to the modern, rap scene, But he put out the sequel yesterday. So I was just listening to it. You just tend to just listen to stuff while you focused and, you're doing your workout or whatever. And this song called Ghetto Motivation on the album. And you go and listen to it, you be like, okay, it's a typical Redman song, right? He's just flowing and talking about whatever. He rap about he rap a lot about weed and all that. He's when it comes to the content, he's kind of equivalent to me to Snoop, but the East Coast version. But he actually is lyrical. But as I'm listening to it, he said something that kind of caught my ear, and I was like, did he say that? And if you go to it, the actual track, the audio, you'll hear it at 1 minute start around at 8 seconds. All right. And you also hear it again because he says it again 2 minutes and 28 seconds in. Now I'm going to go to the lyrics so I can read what he actually says on the track. So I'm gonna go to the point. I'm not gonna read all the lyrics. If you want to hear the song, you can just play it. After this lesson. But he says right here. Let me highlight it. He says carbon fiber on the whip, on the whip. It's a movie, baby. Get a clip, get a clip. This new world order ain't shit, ain't shit. And I'm not implanted with a chip. No, sir. And I thought when I heard it, because it definitely caught my ear, I was like, I wonder what made him mention that in the song. What made him say that? Put that in his lyrics. And that just showed me that, even these entertainers, they're in the loop as far as, what's going on with the New World agenda, the New World order. A lot of rappers been rapping about it going back since the 90s. A lot of them are in the loop because they're in the know. They in that industry, so they're tied around different individuals who have those connections that know about the ins and outs of the New World agenda. All right. So for Redman to mention this, and he mentions it twice, like I mentioned, let me go down where he says it again. So I'm assuming this was maybe the bridge, but he says it again. He said, carbon fiber on the whip. Let's go. It's a movie, baby. Get a clip. Get a clip. This new world order ain't shit, and I'm not implanted with a chip. No, sir. All right. So, I don't know if he was trying to get a little political, a little bit on this particular song, because for the most part, he's rapping about a bunch of folly. Some of it is, is good to hear, but, it sounded like a serious bar there. You know what I mean? Like he wanted to just throw that in there for, Jake to listen. All right. We know that the scriptures tell us that there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. And we know that that's referring to the prophets publicizing the word of the Most High. Everybody on this earth who have had a chance to have heard the gospel being preached, as a witness, there's no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. All right, their line is going throughout all the earth, and their words into the ends of the world. So, there's the message are these prophecies. All right, everybody should by now know about these prophecies. All right, and he didn't mention, or say the terms "mark of the beast" following, but he did mention the agenda. All right, that the New World Order, they're eventually going to implant people. For him to say that I'm not implanted with a chip, so he's saying that this ain't this New World Order ain't shit, and I ain't implanted with no chip. Well, maybe you know something, and technically, the mark of the beast ain't been implemented yet. It hasn't been made mandatory. So we'll see if Redman keep that same energy when he does make it mandatory. All right. The scriptures talk about how, he framed mischief by law. He can make it law. All right. And the only way to buy and sell is through means of his technology. This is why everything is going digital. So let me get this real quick, because even he knows this, but you got certain Israelites that still act dumb, like they don't know what's going on. Let's go to Sirach 5. And Sirach 5 and 15, and it says, "Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small." All right, and this is something that everybody should know. All right, and we make it known. All right, we even get on people's nerves. Like, we're at the point of annoyance with certain people. By the way, we constantly and adamantly warn about the mark of the beast. We stay on the neck of these other Israelite camp leaders that go into it and try to break it down. And when they get it wrong, you definitely going to get a response out of us. All right, because Jake got to be thoroughly warned. If we don't warn them, then that responsibility is on our hands. It also says this right here. Let's go to Proverbs 24 real quick. There's Proverbs 24 and 11. And it says, "If thou forbear to deliver them that are drawn unto death, and those that are ready to be slain, if thou sayest, Behold, we knew it not, doeth not he that pondereth the heart consider it?" And Jake still believing in his system, which ultimately, if you believe in his system, you're going to fall for this man's agenda. All right, because Esau's going to put it in your head that he has your best interests. That's going to be very convenient and beneficial for you. So a lot of those that's going to be under that strong delusion and believing in that lie, they're going to be drawn to death. So that's why before it even gets to that point, we got to do the constant warning. All right. Sometimes it takes, repetition for people to adhere to certain warnings. That's why it was that in First Corinthians when Apostle Paul said, letting off an uncertain sound. How would they be able to prepare themselves? Let me get that. First Corinthians 14. Yeah, First Corinthians 14, and I'm gonna start at 7. It says, and even things without life-giving sound, whether pipe or harp, except they give a distinction in the sounds, how shall it be known what is piped or harped? And that's constantly, repetitively going into the mark of the beast and giving constant updates. You would be concerned like, damn, they going into this a lot, man. This must really, be very severe. And it is. There's life and death because we know the judgment. You cannot repent from taking that. You get that implant, you cannot repent. It's over with. It's done for. All right, you're going to be left scratching your head wondering why when the missiles come, you're not getting beamed up. You're going to be looking right at your hand, or if you even got it in your head. All right. Well, if you got it in your head, you might just be a Manchurian candidate for the beast. So you definitely be in the mindset of worshiping the image. All right. But it says, for if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle? Especially with guys like Nate, who's constantly changing and switching up the doctrine on it. So he's constantly giving uncertain sounds. 1 minute is an embargo, then another minute is sin, it's Christianity, it's sleeping with white women. Now it's the papacy libel from Nero to be able to use his currency to buy and sell, because it was supposed to be a symbol for the worship of Caesar. So that's the new breakdown now. Then prior to that, it was the golden cup in the hand of the whore, the harlot of Babylon. So he's been given an uncertain sound for over a decade now concerning this particular topic. So he's clearly ignorant. All right. And either it's because the Lord, blinded him that he's that ignorant to the fact, or he paid off, which we believe the latter. We believe that dude, he sold out and compromised, and that's why he has to do all this changing and tap dancing, So, when Jake hear us, it's crystal clear to them. It's going to be basically drawn into their heads. All right. Because when Esau makes this thing mandatory, when it's finally implemented, then, Jake is going to remember. All right. So if Redman even knows, all right, and him saying this, that don't mean that he's absolved, right? Like at the end of the day, he even received his own consolation. All right. And Esau's he's going to tighten the squeeze. And there's going to be a lot of people that's going to succumb either way, even if they saying that they're not going to take it. Redman, because he want to keep that money and he want to still buy the strongest weed possible so he could stay stoned out. He's going to need that chip. He's going to need that implant. All right. You ain't going to be able to use dollars to go to the weed spot, your weed man. All right. And get your, roll your blunts up. Okay. Because you're going to have to be sober in that day to make, rational, wise decisions. Because the scriptures tell us, to be sober and be vigilant. Okay. You can't be sober and vigilant when your brain is numb all the damn time. And, and I'm speaking in regards to him, because that's a lot of his content is him getting high all the damn time. Just like Snoop. But, this is primarily, the messages to the brothers and the sisters out there, to hell with these entertainers and celebrities and rappers. All right, but this was something to at least do a response to him mentioning about the NWO, and then followed by the implant, which we all know is the mark of the beast. And this devil's going to definitely enforce that. It goes right alongside with his his new world agenda to have everything digital, and it's also geared towards his fourth industrial revolution to transhumanize everybody. All right, and you might think that it's beneficial for you, but it's just for him to lord over you. He'll have access to monitor everything that you do, and all your information will be linked on that device. Unless Satan should get an advantage of us, we're not ignorant of his devices. Okay. But him mentioning that, I thought that was worthy of a response. And let me get this in Isaiah 56. Because if a rapper knows this, but you men who call yourself, prophets and servants and ministers, and you don't know this, then that lets you know. All right. You're supposed to be a watchman, but you're ignorant. Isaiah 56:10, it says, his watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark. Sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. Yea, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough. So a lot of them are just greedy and lazy, that they don't want to watch because they're getting too much bread, and they've been slid a bag under that table, so they got to act like they don't see nothing. It says, and they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own way, everyone for his gain from his quarter. And that's a lot of these dudes. They out here for monetary gain and for vainglory. All right, and that day is just gonna come upon them as a thief, on the sudden. We're not supposed to have any cares of this life. Yahushua gave the warning and said, let me go to it, Luke 21, starting at the 34th verse. I'm going to read it in the NLT. And it says, watch out, don't let your hearts be dulled by carousing and drunkenness and the worries of this life. Don't let that day catch you unaware like a trap, for that day will come upon everyone living on the earth. And guess what? Even that moment in time when this devil makes it mandatory to take the MOTB, that's going to be like a trap. And it's going to try everybody that are living on the earth. Revelation 3:10, the hour of temptation. All right. Verse 36, keep alert at all times and pray that you might be strong enough to escape these coming horrors and stand before the Son of Man. All right. So we're going to have to watch, and we're going to also have to pray. Stay alert and continue to pray, and hope that we have the faith and the strength to endure it and get through it. The Lord said, because you have kept the word of my patience, I will keep thee from the hour of temptation. So he's going to be with us through it all. Just stay steadfast. And it's closer, it's nigh than we believe, man. All right. We could see everything potentially happening in 2025, Lord's will. And I'm interested, or should I say excited to hear what Apostle Tahar is going to coin the year for 2025. I already know it's going to be through the Spirit, but this year a lot was being fulfilled prophetically, So this year, next year could be a continuation of it, A lot was being fulfilled this year, so we're gonna see more going into 2025, man. All right, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be more scandals and more, celebrities getting exposed and more part of the agenda being exposed. You at the beginning of the year when Putin, he released the bombshell with the icons, and you saw all those dark images of Jake, and a lot of Edomites, they got real sour when that happened. All right. And then just recently they said Bill Gates had he tried to digitalize the scriptures, and some information came out, and it was proven that all the Israelites were a so-called black group, a black race. So there's going to be a lot more bombshells, and a lot more is going to be coming out. Okay. So we're in that time, man. All right. We're at the end. So let's just hold tight and steadfast, man. And with that, I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And until the next lesson, Shalom.